Wow, this laptop was bright. Mm-hmm. Hello. Om Namah Shivaya. Mm-hmm. I just saw a Star Wars meme about how in episode 2, Obi-Wan randomly has a dinosaur buddy in that one diner. Dinosaur in the diner. Yo, that's a bar. YouTube highlight that. In case you only start the highlight now, Obi-Wan randomly had a dinosaur buddy in the diner. Dinosaur diner. Ooh, my flow is so finer. The haters out there, they're nothing more than a whiner. Bars. What's up, Mr. 66FN? How's it going? What is the, can you give me a breakdown of your username? What's the significance behind 66? And also, what does FN stand for? Thank you for tuning in, by the way. Please give me a quick thumbs up. That would mean a lot. Folks, please tap the like button or click the thumbs up button. That would mean a lot. Thank you. And subscribe as well. That would be awesome. That would be great. That would be fantastic. Number 1 says Mr. 66. Thank you, thank you. Please also tap the thumbs up or click the thumbs up, whichever floats your boat, because I am the GOAT. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, shout out to State Boards of Pharmacy. Your customer service lines, the people that pick up the phone when you call them, are some of the rudest people I've ever met on the phone, but that's okay. A shout out to them. Then again, I haven't called that many. Then again, it is a trend. Then again, pharmacy school was toxic. Oh, thank you, Mr. 66FN. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So tell me about your username. Is 66 like Order 66 from Star Wars, or do you just like the number? And then also, what does FN stand for? Darian, how's it going? I am chilling. I'm multitasking. We'll put it that way. I'm being productive while also having fun. What are you up to, Darian57? How's it going with you? Mr. 66 is a fan. Dope. Is that what the FN stands for? True, 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 true. Darian57 is chillin', dog. We chillin', and if we get lit, the liquor might be spillin', because we MJ up in here. Call it thrillin'. Bars, 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 bars. Darian, have we met before? Have we met? Yo, Lulu is back. Everyone say, what up, Lulu? And you might be like, who? And I'd be like, okay, in that case, use new, because Lulu runs this joint. How do you deport a country? I'll tell you what India did. India deported the UK and has been independent. So, killer B, more like kill yo mama. Hopefully YouTube doesn't punish me for popping off. Let's get. I feel like they've been here before. Simple game moments. All right, check this out. Simple game moments. So there was a moderator that was like Casper something, and he like built up this thing where he became moderator, was being all friendly, commented on my videos, and then like turned against me. How do I know that you're not going to do that? There might be a short phrase for that I'm just not familiar with. Yo, this lighting is terrible. I got to tell you that. That's slightly better. So simple game moments. How in at least 2 sentences. All right, well, give me a 3-sentence elaboration. At least 3 sentences. Explain what will make you a good moderator, and how can I gain your trust. Express that in at least 3 sentences. It is your 3rd stream, Simple Game Moments, but Casper came to like at least 10 streams. More than 3 times. True. Lulu. That's good. All right, peace out, Mr. 66FN. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. And all good, Darian. I was just curious. Let's fix this hair. We got Drip Kid, Drip Ick, Drippy Drip Kicks. The boundaries of space and time are all in our minds. We are all one. Everything is one. True. Yo, Drip's on that we are all inside of each other flow. Because if you are inside somebody or someone's inside you, hopefully there's no flow. I'm just saying. If you just tuned in, then you better be praying. Because the flow I just ripped, that consists of a lot of spraying. I'm just playing. Bars. I am from the DMV. What about you, Darian? Agreed, Lulu. Respect is key. Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on the stream. The haters don't know what's good, because this is my dream. Bars. By the way, Laurel Coble, a.k.a. Lulu, when are you dropping your first rap album? Everyone ask her that right now. Simple game moments. Okay. Cool. Simple game moments. Do you remember Casper by any chance? I know you've been here before. Do you recall witnessing Casper? Your rap album, Lulu. Rap album, you better drop that mixtape. By the way, Lulu, real question. Have you ever been to a comedy show in Houston, especially a local level comedy show? I'm curious. I'm curious if that has been on your radar. I'm sure you've probably been to a let's see, like a bigger comedy show with like a national headliner. Maybe not. But I'm more curious, have you been to like a local level comedy show where there's like at least, I don't know, 5 local comedians that are doing short sets on a lineup? I'm just curious if I'm in the DMV. Lulu will drop it in my sleep. Oh, okay. Lulu said no, but I wanted to. Okay, I got you. I will try to keep Houston on my radar, but networking in comedy is it can be very very time consuming, especially when you're coming from out of town. You don't want to lose too much money. Breaking even would be nice when you travel. The only time I and most comedians at my level profit is if we're performing locally, because we're only losing money on gas. So, simple game moments. Did they answer the question? Simple game moments. Can you let us know if by chance you witnessed Casper in the previous streams you've been on? Whenever that is. Yeah, I will. It'll probably be earliest next year. Definitely not this year. There's only a month left. But I will keep Houston on my radar for next year. Houston has a very robust comedy scene. I haven't actually tried to like hit them up. I have with Austin, and I found success with Austin. I've tried to contact Dallas a little bit. But Houston, I will try. Yeah. Noah? Yeah, I'm in the DMV. How many people tell you to say a joke when they find out you're a comedian? Too many. I remember one time I like did a little clap back. I was like, buy a ticket to a show. And I don't think that really helped the exchange. I think my solution, honestly, looking back at that instance, if you're talking to, like, I don't think someone's told me to tell them a joke if I'm talking to them one-on-one. They've told me to tell them a joke if it's, like, at least one other person in the conversation. If it's a group conversation, then some smartass, and they may not realize they're being a smart aleck. They're like, tell me a joke. Oh, you're a comedian? Tell me a joke. That seems to only happen, in my experience, not everybody's, when it's a group setting. I don't recall an instance when it's a one-on-one setting, and maybe I don't recall it because I don't mind if it's asked on a one-on-one basis, because if it's a one-on-one thing, I'm not necessarily put on the spot. It's just the one person. So I'm less offended in that situation. But, I mean, the classic retort that I think I came up with, is buy tickets to a show. It's not really a humorous retort. It can be, depending on the delivery, but it's more like, all right, I don't do my job for free. Why would you do your job for free? You're a lawyer, right? I mean, actually, some benevolent lawyers do pro bono work. So shout out to the pro bono lawyers. I don't think I was talking to a lawyer when I did this. I think I talked to a dentist. Oh, healthcare providers, especially dentists and like plastic surgeons. Are you kidding me? Them bills are off the charts. Lulu is asking if Simple is Casper. Yeah, I mean, I doubt they're the same person. But I mean, you never know. It's not impossible. Oh, thank you, Lulu. I appreciate that. Excellent. Okay, thank you. You know what? I think that's good enough for me. I'll make Simple Game Moments a mod. Why not? I mean, the worst that can happen is that a mod, like, it was funny. A mod sounds like a brown name. Like, I probably know someone named Ahmad. Welcome, everyone. Clap it up for Simple Game Moments. Clap it up. See, that's the thing. Like, at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal, as y'all know. It's like, all right, if a moderator turns against the streamer, you just block the moderator, make someone else moderator. Like, as far as I know, YouTube doesn't impose a limit. My name is Mudit. I know an Indian dude named Nimit. Bars. But, like, you know, it's all good in the hood if you do what you should. You know what I'm saying? That's the name. Thank you, Noah. Mr. One God, yes. Mr. One God, you know what you need to do? There's a comedy show called Browntown in the DMV. If you can email them, if you can, like, Google Browntown Comedy. I am one of a handful of Indians that have not yet performed on the Browntown show. Hopefully one day soon. You could make that happen faster if you email or DM the social media accounts of Browntown requesting me, Mudit Verma. Matter of fact, you don't even have to be from the DMV. It doesn't matter where you're from. Just any of you, if you want to DM any of the social media accounts of, I want to say, Browntown Comedy, mention my name. There probably are multiple comedy shows that are named Browntown because it's growing, and it's probably run by Indians that I just haven't met yet. So if you could plug my name into my people, plug me into my kin, that would be lit. Get me plugged in. DN. Cause Indian, it doesn't even matter. I tried so hard and got so far. Browntown in your undies, says Lulu. Okay, maybe your undies, Lulu. We don't know what you wiping, or in this case, what you not. Legally a moron. DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. DC, Maryland, Virginia. This tri-state area. DMV. And no worries, Noah. No worries. You're not legally a moron. Lulu, on the other hand, I'm just kidding. She's legally a mod. Lulu is a managing moderator. Lulu is a lit Karen. I'm just kidding. Don't be catching anger, because in that case, you be Karen too much. You feel me? What you mean? Okay. You welcome. Wow, I spoke a lot. I be talking. Right now, I'm about to be walking to digest, since I'm better than the rest. It's a party in here. It's a fest. And that hater Casper, he's a pest. I don't know if it's weird if I keep on bringing the dude up, but it's like an anonymous username. Then again, Casper could be anybody. Casper could be anyone that's ever ghosted anybody ever. And in this case, it wasn't about ghosting. It was about trolling. Do I have to watch the whole stream, Simple Game Moments? What if I told this person yes? What if I said, yeah, you have to? Let's just say yes, but I will take some reasonable excuses, such as emergencies. Inflate. I'd have to Google that last word. If anyone wants to Google the word fulminate, that'd be awesome. That's an SAT word that I don't think is used often. So if anyone knows or wants to look up the definition of fulminate, Lulu is the best, she says. Well, I mean, we're waiting on that mixtape. All right. So you better fixate on them bars. But yes, thank you, Simple Game Moments. That's also a cool username. I like the simplicity and the Simple Game Moments. I like there's like a tranquility behind that username, I must say. Because a lot of game moments are far from simple. So there's a draw there. There's something that I think pulls the calm folks in. Complain loudly, says Noah. What are we talking about? True. Lulu approves as well. Nice. Noah, what's going on? Oh, fulminate. Got it. Let me verify that. I feel like this happens a lot where like I ask something. Maybe I probably need to watch myself in this where I ask something and then 1 minute later or 2 minutes later, I have no idea what's going on when they answer that thing. So I need to probably check myself. But maybe it's not a problem. Maybe y'all could answer in complete sentences. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all can do whatever you want. But I feel like I've definitely made that mistake at least 5 times over the lifespan of these streams. Fulminate means complain loudly. Got you. That's what I do on these streams. I should ask Alexa. I should. Alexa's all the way on the other side, though. She's chilling. What is the profile picture? I will admit it's a little different. Halloween has passed. Can you tell me what it is? Simple game moments. Lulu likes it. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what it is though. These icons are tiny. It's definitely on the scary side, which I don't mind. It's just I don't recognize it. I like Slipknot. Slipknot has masks. I think like DJ Sid from Slipknot has a mask that looks similar to the profile picture of Simple Game Moments. Sid the DJ, I think he's number 0, I think, of the 9 members of Slipknot. Lulu likes horror movies. Yo, my favorite horror movie is Exorcism of Emily Rose. That thing like made me think. I saw it in 10th grade on TV. And it made me like, it scared the crap out of me, and it made me think. So it wasn't just fear, it was like deep thought about what kind of entities might be out there. Some random thing you found on Google. Interesting. Okay. Have I seen Velocipaster? I don't think I have. Is that a horror movie? What was I just about to do? I think I was about to verify the definition of fulminate. Express vehement protest. All right. Makes sense.
Fulminate.
Y'all heard that? That was a ghost. Velocipaster. What is that? I'm going to Google that right now. Is there a woke way of Googling? Binging? Wow. It's from 2017. This looks like a spoof movie from the 80s. Velocipaster is a relatively new movie. It's on Tubi, it looks like. Maybe I'll check it out. Horror comedy. Okay. A priest who turns into a velociraptor. I might check it out. Horror comedy. So bad, but it's good. Yeah, it looks like it. I'll probably check it out as a comedian. Original Exorcist. I think I still have to watch that. I've seen clips of the original Exorcist. Lulu likes Slipknot and Korn. Yes, I've seen Slipknot live. I need to see a live Korn show. That's with a K, folks. I don't know if seeing the other type of Korn live is even an option for like people. Jigsaw is pretty dope. I've seen the first, 3, 4, something like that. But it's been a while. It has been a while. It has been a while. Fixing my hair, because I just don't care. JK, I do. But that's neither here nor there. Bars. English has not always been the official language of the U.S. Only dogshit Trump made that happen. Before Trump, English was not the official language of the U.S. And we should encourage multilingualism. Why do we embrace stupidity? We should learn more languages. So don't worry about people not speaking English, even if it's something problematic. Like, I think we just let it be. Oh, Simple Game Mode speaks French. That's lit. That is lit. Noah, am I a comedian full time? Unfortunately, not. And so yeah, full time means that's my exclusive source of income. That is not the case. But perhaps sometime in the future, if I ever do become a full time comedian, it probably won't be because the money I'm making from comedy. It'll be because of the money I saved up from the good old day job crap. But I mean, in terms of passion, I would say it's up there. I'll also say this. I mean, I'm newer to streaming than I am to other performing arts. So I mean, this is pretty fulfilling too. Like what's happening right now. you know, it sort of dovetails with stand-up comedy, especially because in 2020, when we didn't have stage time because of the lockdown, the lockdown from the pandemic, we had no choice but to express our artistic visions via social media. So, can I get a muha? What is a muha? Says sausage, my honey. What does that mean? No offense, do you speak Hindi? None taken. I speak a little bit. I'm not fluent, but I know a good amount. I definitely understand more than I can speak, but I've been improving lately. I would like to expand on my existing Hindi knowledge, expand on my existing Hindi extent of fluency. We have one viewer according to YouTube. I find that a little bit hard to believe. You actually know simple game moments, and he definitely meant to offend. Nice, nice. All right, sausage, my honey. That'll be a timeout. I think Noah was being sarcastic. So he good, assuming Noah's a he. They're good. No, I mean it was good. It was highbrow, Noah. A lot you never know there are a lot of young people on these streams. All good in the hood. All right, I am cleaning out my email inbox. No worries, no worries. No worries. Let's see. All right, let's see. Comedy. What else is going on, folks? If anyone has questions about life, I would be happy to answer them. Will they be good quality answers? There will be quantity. So, what did Simple do? What happened? Nothing. Simple was just apologizing for they didn't need to apologize. It was just Simple actually just had a question about like if what Noah was saying was acceptable, but like it was comedic sarcasm, so it's all good. We fam up in here, you feel me? What is the purpose of life, says Christy Marie. I think the purpose of life is to optimize quality of life, both yours, and in fact, I would say there's a priority of yours, as well as the humanity around you and beyond. To optimize the quality of life of humanism. I think that's the purpose of life, humanism. And so the definition needs to be sort of implemented in a way where it's literally every human being, maybe except for like horrific criminals, but like every human being, criminals aside, like horrific ones where they definitely did the, I don't know, whatever, mass murder, has as comfortable a life as possible, but not at the expense of other human beings. I hope I don't sneeze. I don't know why, but I'm good. We have another question. What would entail optimizing the what would that entail? So some examples that would come to mind is like if you updated the definition of GDP to include and integrate human health and human happiness, and not just so right now GDP relates to simple output like economic output. It does not account for health or happiness. Now there might be studies that correlate high GDP with high happiness, but like that's effectively propaganda. These laborers are being exploited. So if you could redefine GDP so that like human health and happiness is included in that, I think like that's something that could be entailed or implicated, if you will. Yeah, I mean, also just like not commodifying basic needs like food, water, and shelter, stuff like that. I got to catch up on chats because I went on an intellectual riff. Oh yeah, go ahead, do your homework. That's all good. And thank you, Lulu, for taking care of that. Yes, that's yep. So if the definition of that can either be updated or if they replace GDP with a different concept that includes like human health and well-being, like in a very more so the well-being part or the mental health part, the self-actualization part, that aspect of health, which I think gets systemically trivialized, especially among the working class, us working class. Yeah, that's what I think life's purpose is. By the way, welcome, Christy Marie. I do like these questions. Very, very awesome questions. Excellent questions. Insightful questions. Lulu, you should learn from Christy Marie. No, I'm just playing. We's all good. We's all lit, because my name is Moo Dit, and on this chair I sit. Bars. Lulu says hi to Christy. Christy, Laurel Coble has a rapper name, a hip hop name, if you will, and that name is Lulu. So she, she's got sort of these multiple facets of herself. So that's the story there. GDP is gross domestic product. It's like a measure, an economic measure of like a country's output, I suppose. So like I think Singapore has the highest GDP. It essentially means like the people of Singapore are working the hardest in terms of economic output. And then I think there's a country maybe in South America that like case studies either, I don't know if they have the lowest GDP, but there's a case study of like Costa Rica where it's like they have low GDP, if not the lowest GDP, but they have a high happiness, if not the highest happiness. So it's like it kind of puts the purpose of life into question. We don't exist for economic output. We don't exist to optimize our country's GDP. We exist because we exist for the things we want to exist for. Happiness, connection, artistic expression. I mean, if making you happy means making the most money for an already rich bank, like go for it. But that doesn't mean the rest of us have to be at the whims of these corrupt financial institutions. Yeah. What up, Devesto? How's it going? Lulu says she's not good with big words. Well, you're a rapper. You better start getting good. You live in Houston. That's 2 syllables. That's a lot of letters. Houston. That's a big word. You feel me? I'm in the DMV. That's just 3 letters. So, what's going on, Devesto? Oh, we got individual letters. Interesting. I'm cleaning out my email inbox right now. That thing is cluttered. Anyone else have like, email inboxes. I have 8,000 unread, but they're not actually unread. What happens is if I read an email and I want to get back to it later, I mark it as unread, and then that's what makes the thing blow up. But then a lot of them are unread. It's just the ones that aren't read at all aren't that important. How would you recommend quitting a job? Oh, that's actually a good question. What word are we talking about? Okay. Lulu has so many emails. How many? Let's flex them numbers. How many G's of emails do you have? 10 G's, 20 G's? But hey, Noah, that's a very good question. So where do I start with this? How to quit a job? I think that apparently, according to social media advisors, and this isn't, I don't say that to take away their credibility, because I think these sources are sort of authentic. Are they the best sources? I think the consumer has to be the judge of that. But recently I found out that okay, let me back up. I'm so sorry, Noah. I got to collect my thoughts. When I entered the working world, I always thought it was better to quit than to get fired. And I think that is true when you want to sort of end on a good note with your manager, if you need your manager to be a reference for you. I think that references, I think that people, we'll put it this way. I think it's a lot easier to get a reference than people make it out to be. And you can maybe surf the internet, Reddit, for example, to determine how to get I think the amount of effort to get a good reference doesn't have to correspond to putting up with a crappy boss, only to have to quit versus getting fired. The advantage of getting fired passively, as opposed to quitting a job, is that you're getting that many more paychecks. And if you get terminated, then I think you're entitled to unemployment benefits. So it's financially more so in your favor. If you're laid off, that's even better, because it's if you're laid off, it may not have been your manager's decision to let you go. It would probably be someone higher up that felt the need to trim the company's size, downsizing, if you will. I probably went off on an irrelevant tangent. Levia Edit is back. Lulu deleted some messages. 2 weeks notice, asks Christy. I mean, I guess that's the conventional thing. If you like your manager, yeah, I suppose. But then there are some TikTok horror stories of where there's retaliative behavior, either from the manager or the company, from the 2 weeks notice, they get let go within that 2 weeks or something like that. Christy, would you like to be moderator, by the way, per the recommendation of Laurel Coble, aka Lulu? 3,500 unread emails. That's lit. By the way, Christy said, I think GDP isn't necessarily related to happiness, but more measures economic success. It just so happens that if you have a good economy, you tend to be less sad. Not always. Yeah, I agree. And I think that's sort of the thing that needs to be investigated further by if there are any benevolent elites out there, then I think the driving point is in where are the instances where GDP does not correlate with happiness? That's sort of the difference there is, I would say, humanity and self-actualization. Noah, 35,000. Whoa, okay, 35,000. Did I say 3,500 earlier? Was that the thing? Anyways, yeah, okay, 2 weeks notice. A lot of the newer TikTok career advisors, they're not necessarily young. They're just new on the scene. I think that there's some. My understanding is that the advantage of 2 weeks notice has been declining over the years. In the sense that, okay, if a company wants to let you go, they could do that instantaneously, yet for some reason the employee is expected to give a 2 weeks notice. So, I don't know why my mind is so like fuzzy about this. It's just I'll tell you this in my personal experience. I can't remember the last time I quit a job. I usually run the job to the ground and let them let me go. And the reason is because I have an abundance of references. I have way over 3 people that are willing to be my reference. That for me, that's the difference maker. I have an abundance of references. Therefore, if I burn a bridge, I'm fine with that. And it's usually also like I've never been other than these references I'm alluding to. With my more recent jobs, it's strictly business. The relationship between me and my manager, it's like very strictly business. I kind of make a deliberate effort to not be friends with them. And even like friendly. I mean, I like want to be cordial, but I stay away from small talk and being friendly. Personally. Do I live stream every day? Asked Levia Edit. Yes. Most companies don't want you half-assing your job for 2 weeks. At least that's my experience, says Noah. Yeah, I mean, I believe that. And I think all the more reason to maybe not do the 2 weeks notice. But I mean, what if it was like a 2 weeks verbal notice? I don't know. Or what if you could give the 2 weeks notice to just the people that need it? I mean, because it depends on like what the strategy is. Like if you really self-identify with your career, then maybe you do want to do that. But I mean, most people don't. But then again, it's like the economy is getting so severe that it's like you have to do these little bullshit things just to like pay the bills. Again, I'll put it this way. In my personal experience, I've quit very few jobs. I run my jobs to the ground and make them let me go, whether it's in the form of a layoff or otherwise. Thankfully, they don't use the word terminated. They use words like separated sometimes. So, but even if they did, it's like, for the way I see it is like, if I quit a job, and this is also based on the nature of work I'm in. A lot of my work is remote. I do technical writing. If I quit a job, I'm saying no to subsequent paychecks. So, I mean, that's just my point of view in my line of work. So I let them quit me. That's just my philosophy. And what affords me to do that, the way I can afford to do that is I happen to have an abundance of references. And I feel like even if I didn't have those references there, I mean, I can craft. See, when you craft a resume, you're crafting a narrative, and so references aren't terribly different in my very humble opinion. Christy. Oh yeah, 2 weeks notice is like staying friends after a breakup. I said bake up. Bake up. Bake up. Let's make Christy a moderator real quick. Everyone say congratulations to Christy. So yeah, 2 weeks notice is like staying friends after a breakup. So that Christy, by the way, have we met before, Christy Murray? Have we met before? Ricky Chapman, my jobs have been medical writing, so like technical writing in the context of biotech and clinical research. So most of my jobs have been that particular job title. Not all of them, but most. Why am I struggling with lighting today? I think that's better. That is better. Oh, okay. We haven't met before. Got it. I went to this leadership seminar, and the speaker's name was Christy, so I was wondering if that might have been. But that was like years ago. A long time ago that was. Christy Marie said, see, previous employer is like a wingman. Okay. And for the next date is the interview. Oh, that's an excellent metaphor. Yo, that is a gem right there. I have not seen that quality of advice on many platforms. Shout out to Christy. That is some very good advice. Okay. Understood, Christy. Okay. Yep, we got a lot of young folks on these streams, so welcome. Hopefully y'all learned something. Make sure you do your homework, eat your vegetables, stop eating meat, support socialism, all that good stuff. Lulu's still here, lit. Devesto, yep, lots of young folks. Lulu is like I think 21, so you know, she's the boss. That's understandable. The reason I'm vegetarian is because my parents forced me to. So I say that with like a pinch of humor, the vegetarian thing. And I also relate in the sense that I take vitamin. I was going to say vitamin. I take vitamin B12 supplements because of the vegetarianism. So I just want everyone else to be me in a humorous way. Lulu says she's 21 and definitely is and always will be, says Lulu. What's up, Connor Willis? How are you doing? Hello, Nicholas. How are you? But yes, that's I mean, it turns out there are certain meats that are very dense nutritionally, and that's the truth. I wonder if Christy left. Christy, are you still here? I hope my vegetarian comment didn't kale you. Let's see what I did there. What's up? Hello. How's it going? What's up, Ricky? Have I ever tasted meat? I have. I've tried it. I've had meat in my mouth, but I've never swallowed. So the texture is real foreign. Like the texture was like too sticky, too chewy. I mean, this is for like every kind. This was every kind that I tried, so I couldn't do it. It was like taking a shot of alcohol. Like it felt very forced. Like that meat was trying to like get in there. Yo, did we scare Christy away? I think damn, that's whack. We had all this good career advice, and I just had to go off. Yo, what up, Roxanne? It's lit up in here. What's good? Oh, Christy's still here. Okay. Yeah, in my previous streams, I talk about how I was forced to be vegetarian. It's not because I had any beliefs. And when I got to college, when I turned 18, a lot of kids in my position ate meat. Like they went nuts at the diner, and it just didn't happen to me. Also, my diner had a vegan section, and I was blown away by like the vegan mock chicken, vegan mock beef. I liked it. So I think that was a factor as to like why I didn't turn to the dark side. But I mean, yeah, it's all good in humor. Where am I from? I'm from the DMV, born and raised. King Von, like the comedian? I don't know him personally. Am I thinking of the right person? Like the comedian that resides in Tennessee, right? Roxanne, I'm doing well. How are you doing? I'm gonna clean out my email inbox. We're at 49 minutes on the stream. Thank you all so much. Please subscribe, by the way, in case you haven't yet subscribed. Anyone, please tap that subscribe button or click that subscribe button. Either way. Today's November. Okay. Roxanne's going through stuff. What's happening? What is last time we spoke on this stream, Roxanne had some whack grub from grandma. Yo, Christy knows about bioavailability. I didn't learn about bioavailability until my early 20s, like pharmacy school. Yes, that is correct, Christy. How do you know this? Where did you learn this? I did not learn about bioavailability until pharmacy school, which is age like I don't think I even learned about bioavailability my first year of pharmacy school. That's probably because I wasn't the greatest student, but I still passed. Our pharmacokinetics class was our second year of pharmacy school. That was like when we formally learned about bioavailability. Christy, what are your aspirations? That is nuts. I have never seen such wisdom dropped upon us. But yeah, that is correct, folks. Eating actual food that's locally sourced and not processed, tends to be the most nutritionally dense and also the best absorbed. So the pills and gummies are usually never as well absorbed as the actual food items. But what can you do? Sometimes ain't no choice. Uh-oh, Roxanne is sick again. What's going on? By the way, Lulu and Roxanne, how do y'all two know each other? Because one of you is in Delaware, the other is in Texas. How did that happen? What's the story there? SPM chess. What are we talking about? SPM chess talking. Why wouldn't I know English? I was born and raised in the DMV. Alex Baldwin has a favorite German painter. All right, troll. I know where this is going. But that's, you know what? I don't know if people can pick up on that. What's up, Caleb? Welcome back. Oh, okay. Christy's got medical issues and a passion for medical care and science. Okay. What are your career goals? If you have career goals and if they happen to align with medical care and science. No worries, simple game moments, no problem. Christy is on an iron supplement, but her body their body, I don't want to assume, only absorbs a certain amount of that before they shut down. That is correct. That is how that works. So, yeah, I mean, the foods that are rich in iron are better to consume than like supplements that have iron. But if you can't access iron-rich foods or enough of them, then like supplementing is the next best thing. You're probably getting advice to do both, which is advisable. Oh, y'all met in another streamer's chat. Okay. Dope. Yeah, stress is very sickening. Stress is very sickening, and I think that also ties in with like GDP and happiness and like those concepts and topics. Hamburger, what's up? You've been here in the older lightsaber lives. Yeah, maybe I'll do another lightsaber live at some point. Hello, NXI. How do we pronounce your name? Is it like N-Shi? Christy wants to go to college and be either pre-vet or a geneticist. Very cool. Very impressive. Good luck to you. I used to tutor organic chemistry too. Maybe I'll post YouTube videos on organic. I don't think they'll be straight up lectures. It'll be like jokes, maybe to help reinforce like humor and puns to reinforce chemistry concepts. So keep an eye out for that in the future. That might be helpful. I've done that with pharmacy content for like pharmacology. I've mixed like comedy sketches with concepts of pharmaceuticals, pharmacology. Do I get paid for being a mod? Simple game moment, you get paid in air money. But actually, honestly, simple game moments, correct me if I'm wrong, but like I don't think the mods of like the biggest streamers get paid, at least not directly. Like, is that a thing? Like, for example, does Hasanabi, or what's the other dude's name? Kai Sinet, like, do their YouTube mods get paid? I somehow doubt that, but Christy Marie had a form of blood cancer, so they learned about foods to boost certain nutrients. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry to hear that. How are you doing now? Hopefully things are stable. Air money. Yay. Make it rain. Make it make it rain with that air rain. Roxanne says, yeah, it's a thing. True, true, true. Barely surviving off of caffeine. What do you need the caffeine to stay up for school or stay up for work? Like what's or like yeah, what's going on there? Or is there some other responsibility that you need the caffeine for? Rest is important, by the way. Like, rest is important. Okay, over 7 years, cancer free. Okay, she, her. Good to know. All right, well, very glad to hear that that's been over 7 years, and we hope that that is going to continue the freeness from the oncology. Oh, Roxanne needs it to not pass out during the day. Interesting. All right, peace out, Jocelyn. Thank you for tuning in. Do you have you Roxanne? Have you seen doctors to confirm that you don't have another issue health-wise in terms of like a deficiency in nutrients? Like, okay, I used to get fatigue from B12 deficiency, so I make sure to take vitamins that are high in vitamin B12 personally. So grandparents need me for everything. Oh, okay. And the insomnia, got you. Yeah, I've got a little bit of that. Although thankfully I've gotten a little bit better. Dark leafy vegetables. Yeah, I mean that's my lane. But yeah, that is correct. What's up, Fletcher? It's been a while. Welcome back, Fletcher. It has been some time. What are you talking about, Singh Thakur? I was born and raised in the U.S. Why'd you have to ask that with capital letters? No worries, Fletcher. No problem. No problem. Sorry to hear that, Simple Game Moments. Rest in peace. A lot of things keeping Roxanne up at night. I hear you. But we're with you, so stay strong. We are your support system. Spinach, broccoli, Swiss chard. What is chard? You're very welcome. What's chard? I'm gonna Google that. Oh, that's a vegetable. What? 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 I always see that leaf. Wow. How come I never knew what chard was until now? Swiss chard is a thing. Wow. Christy, are you like a Harvard student? No joke. Like, this is lit. I'm learning so much. That's nuts. I'm actually like, it might sound like I'm not being sincere. I'm not sure, but like I just did not expect to learn something from doing the live streaming as opposed to the other way around. Like, very impressive. Senior high school. Okay, got you. Lord Ronnie. Lord Ronnie, tell us about yourself. In 4 sentences, tell us 4 fun facts about yourself and try to make them as unique as possible. Give us unique fun facts in at least 4 sentences, Lord Ronnie. If you need to do 2 messages, like, I don't know if each message has a character count, go for it. But give me at least 4 sentences, Lord Ronnie. Black Hawk, the YouTuber, wants to speak with you. Zeppelton. Roxanne, I like that attitude. I should embrace that attitude. Perfect attitude, Roxanne. Zeppelton, I think I get the joke. So you can maybe try a different one, but welcome. Welcome to the stream, I suppose. $175 characters total. Yo, Christy knows what's popping. including spaces. Okay, so yeah, feel free to use as many messages as you need. Lord Ronnie, that's their name, right? For the 4-sentence minimum that I request. Is my hand falling asleep? What is going on, y'all? Christy pays attention really well. Is that just a natural trait, or do you have any tips for people that maybe struggle with that? Do you have any tips for me? If I were to give someone tips, it'd probably be like to stay focused and don't multitask, but I'm multitasking right now. Excuse me. Oh, thank you for tuning in, by the way, folks. We have exceeded 1 hour on the stream. That is awesome. That makes me feel great. In case you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have Devesto sending random letters. I'm glad it's not a lot, but Roxanne said, "Don't be like me." I mean, I relate to feeling that way, Roxanne, but we are here for you, and we think you're awesome. Kirsty Marie says, "Not sure how to help in that kind of thing because I have several neurodivergencies, so it makes it easier for me to pay attention to like 17 things at once." Whoa, okay, understood. So I mean that's good to know. It's like I think there's value in kind of knowing that some things are just sort of inherent to an individual person and cannot always be sort of expected of others. So that's good to know. Lord Ronnie says, "I too love caffeine, comedy, and..." Okay. Silly. Tittles. Oh, titles. You spelled it wrong. Like Lord Mod, etc. Okay. Well, hey, Lord Ronnie, I like the energy. I do like the energy. I like the spirit. I am going to conclude this live stream soon. It's been over an hour, so I'm going to take a little break. I will very likely be inclined to make you a moderator in the next stream, so keep an eye out. Please subscribe. That goes for anyone that has not yet subscribed. Roxanne's got 2 mental hospital stays on my record on thin ice with the cops here. Oh, okay. I understand, Roxanne. I've been to a psych ward once. I'm fortunate to not have any sort of cop interactions, but again, we're you know, we are your support system. So stay strong. Lulu says hi. A little late, Lulu, huh? No, I'm just kidding. What are we talking about? Roxanne's a kid from the rougher part of Wilmington. Okay. High middle class neighborhood? Oh, nosy neighbors and cop neighbors. Okay, got you. Oh, okay. So Christy says you can remember some really odd or interesting facts, but not what you had for dinner last night. Got you. Grippy sick vacations. Or grip. I don't know. That's probably a typo. Grippy sick, but like that's kind of a poetic typo. Grippy sick with them grippy socks. It feels like I'm walking on a path of rocks. I wish those rocks were smoother like a path of blocks. Because at the end of the day, I'm finna box. Bars. But yeah, peace out, y'all. I will do another stream today. It might be as early as just like 10 minutes from now, but I will take a little breakity break. And the meat eaters can eat some steakity steak. If there are leaves outside, then maybe you better rakety rake. Bars. Don't ever take my rap seriously. I'm literally just searching for words that rhyme with the previous line because I ain't got time. Bars. All right, peace out, y'all. Have fun. Subscribe.